Hi, everybody. This is Norm Devane. I'm the Vice President of Marketing here at Copa Health, and this is the Copa Roundup for Friday, May 6th. We are into May. I know that yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. We had a board meeting. We are so excited about all the things that are going on here at Copa Health. And I know that my dad has a birthday coming up in about a week. So, Dad, if you happen to be watching this, and I doubt he will be, not a real tech guy, happy birthday, Dad. But hey, this week we are talking about something that comes around every year. And it's good that it comes around every year because it gives people a lot of choices and a lot of understanding. That's our annual open enrollment and benefits. And, to talk about it, we've got Gabriel Valencia, who is our benefits manager here in the People First Department at Copa. Gabriel, how are you doing?
Hey, Norm, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I am doing really good. I'm always excited when I have somebody like you on because I get to see you on a fairly regular basis. I know that you're here at 924 North Country Club, and you're down, I think you have an office right next to Linda, who is our marketing director, and I go down to see her a lot, so I'm gonna get to see you, but it's good to see you on the Copa Roundup too. Hey, Gabriel, open enrollment, every year at Copa Health. Can you tell us, tell us about the dates and what we need to do, and does everyone have to make benefit selections this year?
That's a good question, Norm. Benefit selections are available to make when the employee is wanting to make changes. So in the event that employees are not wanting to make changes, then it's going to be easy. Although they don't need to make any changes within the system, but they still have to go in and complete the enrollment process. So the date of open enrollment will begin May 9th, and it will run through June 3rd.
Okay, so and that's pretty much standard for everybody. Whether you are, I believe, getting benefits or not through us, or filling out, for different health insurance or the same health insurance, everybody has to go in and complete.
That is correct. That is correct. So it's all full-time benefit eligible employees that would have to go in and make this change within the system.
Hey, can you tell me about the changes this year, whether there's a change in offerings or costs or anything like that?
Yes, absolutely. So this year we are excited that the organization has brought Copa Health savings to their biweekly premiums. This is the second year that the organization were able to reduce what employees are paying on their biweekly premiums for the cost of coverage. So on average, for anyone enrolled in a high deductible health plan, which is an HDHP plan, I've seen a 33% reduction. For our PPO plan, they received on average, a 37% reduction. So Copa Health is really understands that healthcare is really expensive for employees. So we try to bring affordable healthcare to our organization so that employees don't have to feel like they're spending a whole lot of money out of their pockets to see their provider.
So I want everybody just to let that sink in a little bit. In fact, I'll tell you what, I want everybody for the next few days to let that sink in. If you happen to be at a gas pump, if you happen to be at a grocery store, if you're looking at buying a house, or if you're looking at basically doing anything in the United States today, everything is going up in cost. But Gabriel, you're telling us that the cost of our health insurance is actually dropping a bit, huh?
Oh yes, most definitely. So like I mentioned, on average, 33% for one plan, 37% for the other plan. So, and this is the second year in a row that the organization was able to affect the cost of health premium for employees. So we are definitely headed in the right direction, which is kind of unheard of, speaking that healthcare is really going up rather than going down. So Copa Health is on the right direction to bring, more so affordable plans to Copa employees.
Well, good job. I think, you should be lauded for that. I think, Jason, Andre with our health care benefits brokers should be lauded for that. But I also want to tell everybody, all the employees out there should be lauded for that too, because that means that we are doing really well, staying healthy here at Copa Health. So I know there's not a whole lot of changes in offerings. You say the price is going down, that's great, but can you just touch base with us? And I know that you and I have done some presentations on this in the past, Gabriel. Can you touch base a little bit on how we as Copa Health employees can best use our benefits, and who we should go to advice, and of course, anybody else that you think we ought to go to advice besides you.
Yes, most definitely. So with some of the offerings, the organization was able to bring a teletherapy. So what Copa Health did is that they are partnered with Doctor on Demand to utilize their services, the behavioral health services component through Doctor on Demand. So that is one of the offerings that that we were able to do. Actually, as of right now, employees are able to utilize that component of Doctor on Demand for behavioral health services. How we can best utilize our benefits, but is getting out of the traditional way of doing things. So if your provider is ordering for you to have a CT scan, not allowing them to set up that appointment and using those doctor's orders to reach out to the benefit programs that we have, such as Everyone Health. Those benefit programs are put in place so that employees are really receiving free healthcare. You know, so by getting out of the traditional way of doing things, it is putting a little bit of onus on employees. So, you know, there are having to do a little bit of the legwork to reach out, and that is the biggest step, is reach out to myself, or reach out to Pathways Concierge Services through HPI. They would be also able to direct you to those benefit programs based on what what condition you're calling them for.
Yeah, and so, Gabriel, I'm going to tell everybody at the end of this recording today, I'm going to put the contact information for all of these different things, including the contact information to you. And, I have to tell people, when people think about, doing things differently, everybody gets a little bit nervous. What do you mean we're going to have this kind of milk? I'm not used to 1% milk. I want to use the 2% or whole. It just freaks people out a little bit. But think about back in the day, many, many years ago, decades ago, when doctors would come to your home and you would have house visits and things like that. We've made changes before, but this is really about us taking more control of our personal health care. Why don't you say that? This is about us taking more control of what is happening with us as far as our health care goes?
Most definitely, Norm. I mean, there's certain things that we as employees can't control, and at times that's going to be the rising cost of healthcare. But what we can control is who we go see for those services. Again, by not allowing your provider to schedule that follow-up appointment for the services that they ordered, you are taking control of it yourself. So you know that your organization that Copa Health has benefit programs that are going to help you get the services you need when you need it at an affordable cost.
Okay. Yeah, everybody. So just remember this. We've got advocates out there. I'm very lucky because I'm married to a former nurse. I still consider her a nurse, but when we get explanation of benefits and I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. She's like, wait a second. She looks at them and everything. But we have a lot of resources out there, whether it's Gabriel or other people in our People First Department, or the HPI folks, or Jason Jason Andrade with our benefits broker. We've got lots of resources. So just make sure that this year you plan on taking more control of your health. So Gabriel, I mean, I imagine this is a stressful time of year for you, and you may need to, call doctors on demand for a little bit of dealing with stress. But how are you doing, with open enrollment, and how are you doing, personally? I know that you are starting to get back outside a little bit more.
Almost definitely, especially right now, the weather is beautiful. But open enrollment does tend to bring a little bit of, a little bit more stress, but it's not too bad. It's good stress, kind of, at times I work well under pressure. So open enrollment again is May 9th through June 3rd. So what we're doing now is the open enrollment meetings. So this is where employees can join during those meeting times to really learn more about the benefit offerings, the pricing of our plans, so that when May 9th comes around, they'll have all the information that they need to complete their enrollment process. So, come Monday, open enrollment is going to be here for employees, and they can go in and start making their selections.
Oh, I think that's fantastic. Well, listen, I really appreciate that you were on today. I know that I'm going to be seeing a lot of you because I've already registered for one of those online meetings about open enrollment. I know I'm going to be seeing a lot of you over the next month or so, but thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Norm. It's always a pleasure to be here. And happy birthday to your dad.
Yes, happy birthday to my dad. He's 84 years old, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, he keeps wondering, why am I feeling this way? I'm like, well, Dad, you're 84. You just got to take care of yourself. But I appreciate Gabriel being on today. And next week for the Copa Roundup, we are going to be celebrating the nurses here at Copa Health for Nurses Month. May is Nursing Awareness Month, and actually Nursing Recognition Month. But we're so glad that we're going to be able to have some people on to join us and talk about the nurses that we have here at Copa Health. Until then, take your healthcare serious. Whether it's getting a COVID vaccination, and I know a week or so ago I did get my 4th shot, so I got another booster. Again, the flu shot, or paying attention to the things that happen during open enrollment. You're going to make sure that you take control of your healthcare. I know that whether it's Gabriel or it's my doctor or it's Michelle Spear who talks to us about healthcare all the time, that it is so important to take control. But here at Copa Health, we really want to keep you around for as long as possible. So hopefully you'll be around next week, May 13th for the Copa Roundup. Until then, everybody take care, and we'll see you then. Bye now.